Virginia. Hi, Virginia. Oh, I bet you've had a busy week. Thank you for working so hard. Goodness me, you're medical, aren't you? I think I'm right in saying that. It must be really hard. Okay, but it's Friday. Woo! And you're still working. So stop now. Go and have a relaxation. Yeah, both these essays are long, you're right. Some people think, here we go, schools have to be more entertaining. Others think their sole purpose is to educate. Good, you've got that right idea there, well done. Over the last decade, many pedagogists have debated whether school schedules should be organised differently, comma there, to include more entertaining activities or rely. Now you want just the infinitive there, only on a classical education approach with frontal teaching methods. Absolutely fantastic. My only little thing is avoid the word entertaining. Okay, I'm just going to underline it. It's not wrong, but this word, it's dangerous to repeat this because it's the examiner's word. So stimulating is a good one. Interesting is another one. Activities, classical, yep, with a frontal teaching method. It is my opinion that a more engaging approach could be beneficial. Lovely. Good, really fab. Great intro. There's ample evidence that a more entertaining method, so watch out again. So every time you are trying to write this word, don't write it, write something else. Could be considered as an advantage for teachers and pupils. Okay, supporting reasons for this are the increase in learning speed. So increasing of the learning speed. No, I just put increase in learning speed. And that's what we would normally say. So increase in learning speed and the concentration that scholars put in with an entertaining didactic approach. Okay, the concentration that the scholars have shown. So the concentration that scholars have shown, so that's what they show that given a more student-centered, you could put, or amusing approach, something like that. I'd use the present perfect there. And then I'm just trying to find more words here. It's correcting me because it doesn't like English, it wants American. So again, avoiding entertaining. Moreover, as a recent study from the university confirmed, when a student's actively engaged in a lesson, preposition there, engaged to a husband or to a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, but engaged in a lesson, excuse me, his participation and willingness to learn increased by twofold. So your example, your whole thing here is the past simple, and so that has to be increased as well by twofold compared to a normal frontal lesson. Now by frontal, do you mean teacher led? So I wouldn't use it twice, or just do a traditional lesson where students passively listen. Okay, more entertaining lesson would catch students' attention and increase their learning skills. Absolutely fabulous. Apart from that word, you can see what's happening here. Yeah, otherwise really lovely. On the other side, now careful here, use however, because you can use this on one side, on the other side, but they have to match. Yeah, and you've only got one half, so put however. Some experts have declared that schools should not be considered a place to have fun. Good, because there is great concern that could distract scholars too much from their learning duties. In a recent paper, schools, plural, should be able to organise a complete education programme which also comprises. So I go comprises or enhances personal growth, not a personal, just go in general. So I'd have both those verbs. I think they both work nicely there. Comprises or enhances personal growth. Consequently, more could lead students into a false and ludic representation of society. Hence, they would not be able to. I would go just keep going without being able to. do it that way. That's a slightly shorter way. Without being able to, or without being ready to, sorry. Without, yeah, hang on. Without being ready to. Here. So without being ready to, and then go into this, face difficulties. Okay. Hence they would not be ready to, it is too slow. This keeps you moving faster. What you haven't done here is telling me what the methods might be. You've said fun, you've tried to avoid, we're trying to avoid entertaining, but what are we saying? More sport, more videos, more interactive. The only thing I would just amend here is just giving me an example of what you mean by this. So, but a more engaged, yeah. Otherwise, absolutely fantastic. I love this essay. I really, really like it. Two things, mix up your adjectives, obviously, and give me an example. What do you mean? So, for example, art lessons, drama lessons, music lessons, that kind of thing. Otherwise, you're on it. Really, really good. Now, this, careful, is children. It's really important to keep this focused on children. So during the past decade, some critics have debated the importance of how to implement personal skills and creativity within children. So it's very much with a child. So the implication is young and not students as in before. And what could be, not it, could be the best approach. Okay. Experts' opinion was divided into two main groups between those who believe playing with children would essentially boost inventiveness, while others. So really lovely structure here, but you need all of it. So two main groups, those who believe da-da-da, while others, those who believe I'd actually go believed, while others that only reading, oh gosh, and others, sorry, all right, not while others, and others, that only reading, those who believe that reading was, and others, you need another who said that only reading would develop an ample variety. Okay, it's getting a bit long in this intro though. Okay, I'd almost, because this is getting so long, not use that. Okay, normally I would say use that, but I think you've kind of developed that so well that your intro is just getting too heavy compared to the rest. If you look at it, it's a little bit out of proportion almost. On one side, there's the opinion from many experts that an enjoyable moment spent with a child, doing what? Playing sport, board games, or simply walking. Yeah, so in the same one as above, I said, like, what do you mean by the entertaining activities? Here, what do we mean? Could be beneficial. We don't really say very beneficial, just beneficial in order to develop certain skills. Lovely. The reason for that could be found in children's playful approach to ludic activities and their spontaneous behaviour or new experience that could influence the way how specific abilities are developed. A paper published shows that, so we don't use ludic so much, just enjoyable, amusing, stimulating, same as above. With a child for 20 minutes either increases or increased the adult memory by 3-fold, and they also performed better in adult. So an adult, you need to have who, because it's a person, had not played, had not played, because if we take it into the past, then that has to be in the past perfect, which would be lovely. Therefore, it's clear there's several advantages from previous skills. Oh, enjoying a fun activity, not funny, haha, but fun. Really lovely. Virginia, your writing's amazing. Really, really good today. On the other side, reading could develop a different set of skills, which would never Never be improved. Never be improved by simply enjoying a nice activity. Watch out for the word nice. Just use relaxing, outdoor as a contrast. Yeah, nice is not high level, although I know what you mean. This is largely because by reading, no, you don't need by. Because reading in reading, then the comma. Not only the creative and imagination are improved, comma, but also concentration and focus, excellent. Be beneficial for the whole reader's mind. The reader's whole mind. It's not the whole reader, like all the person, but it's all their mind, so that has to go here. The reader's whole mind, for instance, writing and speaking skills would see an improvement. You're in the would, not will. See an improvement from it by expanding people's personal vocabulary. Now, youngsters, so not readers. So remember to relate this back to children because that's where we are. By expanding there, so then you can just use their personal vocab. Reading 15 books a year would roughly increase a personal vocabulary by adding 50 new words. Oh God, at least 50. God, go 500. In conclusion, spending time with children in enjoyable context could help increasing. Absolutely fantastic. That's one of the best of these essays I've read. And I've read a lot of these essays. That is really, really good. I'm so happy because you're just on it. Really, really amazing. Just confident, high level, very intelligent arguments, great vocab, some really lovely grammar structures coming in here. Super work. Go and have a nice weekend.